Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're going to revisit the Oboe, the Nixilis all-will-be-one combo. So the idea of this deck was Nixilis. Whenever an opponent loses exactly one life, you get a +1/+1 counter on Ob, and then we get to exile the top card of our library and get to play next turn, or until the end of our end step. I think this end step, and then we also have all-will-be-one. Whenever we put a counter on a permanent or a player, all-will-be-one will deal that much damage to target opponent, creature they control, or a planeswalker they control. So infinite combo because we deal 1 damage. Put a +1/+1 counter, deal 1 damage, put a +1/+1 counter, and it keeps going back and forth, technically until we deck out, but it does not say draw, it says exile. So even when we run out of cards to exile, the whole effect will still trigger and our opponent will still get pinged. And then we'll just keep dealing damage until they're out of life, and then it doesn't matter because the trigger will no longer be on the stack when our opponent has no life. So that is the whole idea of the Nixilis combo that never went away after rotation. This is from Marcher Machine, I think, and this is from Phyrexia Obi-Wan. Both of those are still in Standard for a while. In the meantime, Standard has gotten very aggressive, so the rest of the deck is just anti-aggression, removal the deck. So that's going to work really well, honestly, against most opponents, because we have 4 Disfigure, we have 4 go for the throw, and also 2 Anoint with Affliction. If our opponent's got things that has dice triggers, not anymore, they're just going to get exiled. We also have Liliana that does pretty well for removal, but also triggers all-will-be-one with her +1 ability. That's something. And then, of course, to kind of back all of this up, we have 4 Tiny Bones that will then trigger Magda for treasure, and then trigger Nixilis as soon as he comes in, so that if we have Tiny Bones on board, Nixilis comes in not as a 4/3, but as a 5/4, and then every turn we can grow it with more damage or with more, whatever legendary creature that we can put into play. So the other thing that we can have is a lot of mana, a lot of treasure from Magda, and that can help us cast our Virtue or Persistence. So that's the idea of this deck. Again, another deck that I completely crafted myself. Not that it's all my idea, but it is one deck that I started from scratch and just put in card at a time. I didn't look at any deck lists because I wanted to make this deck work. So here is the idea of my deck. Of course, early game 4 Disfigure, 4 Tiny Bones. So against aggro, we have Disfigure. Against control, we have Tiny Bones. Very good sort of split. And then on turn 2, we have 2 Anoint with Affliction and 4 go for the throw. Whatever they have, we have removal for them. Unless it's a Planeswalker, in which case, let's hope that we can attack them with our Magna creatures. We also have 4 Demand Answer for card draw. A lot of times it's just discard a card, draw 2 card, which, it's not great. But sometimes we can sacrifice a random treasure tokens here or there, and then we draw 2 cards. That feels pretty good. That's a 3 mana draw 2, which I would definitely put in this deck. Right? So then we have Magda, the Hoardmaster. Every time we commit a crime, we get a tapped treasure. And we can sack 3 treasures to create a hasty Dragon Scorpion, or Scorpion Dragon, which is also pretty good to fight against Planeswalkers. So yeah, Magda is definitely also part of the central theme in the deck. We have 2 Liliana. I had to cut it all the way down to 2 because, we're kind of fight aggression pretty early. And I have 4 Flick a Coin. Flick a Coin might look like a pretty bad card when we don't have the Arcane Bombardment anymore. This is just a 3 mana deal 1, which feels bad. But don't forget, 3 mana deals 1, gets a treasure, so it's technically 2 mana, but it's 1 mana that you can save for next turn. And then we also have draw a card. So 2 mana, deal 1 damage, draw a card. Not too bad. But more importantly, this 1 damage triggers Ob, and that's very important in the deck. So we then have 4 Nixilis, 2 all-will-be-one. I cannot fit 4 all-will-be-one in the deck. And you can see there's not a lot of token or counter players, things that put counter on things. So all-will-be-one really only triggers on Ob. Ob can solo on his own, can win us games. All-will-be-one really only get us games if we can get an Ob in play. That's why there's only 2 in the deck. And then we have 2 Virtue Persistence, very good to life gain against aggro. But then later on, we just slam a Virtue and win game that way as well. And then, of course, the land base, right? We have 24 lands total in the deck because, well, a lot of the deck is pretty short end. And then we have Magda to give us treasure, Flick a Coin to give us treasure. So I hope we're not getting mana screwed very often. So the land base, we have 3 swamps, 3 mountains, 4 Blackcleave Cliffs, 4 Jagged Barren. We definitely want the Jagged Barren. Let me put this aside. We want the Jagged Barren to trigger crime because turn 3, we can play Magda first with our first 2 mana and then slam a Jagged Barren, which will give us a treasure, which means that on turn 4, we potentially have 5 mana to drop all-will-be-one. Our opponent won't see what's coming until we drop the Nixilis on them. That feels pretty good. And then we also have, well, 4 Blackcleave Cliffs, of course. We also have 2 Restless Vents. And then we have 2 Blast Zone, 2 Demolition Field, 2 Fountainport, and 2 Mirrex. So you can see that there are a lot of non-basic lands in this deck. So be careful. Well, colorless lands in this deck. So be careful with the color spread. I would say it's a little bit more difficult to get the proper color in this kind of Rakdos deck. But we only have 2 black pip here and 2 red pip here. So there's nothing that costs 3 or 4 red or black pips. So we should be able to get the mana spread well enough. Demolition Field technically can get us the lands that we need by sacking it and fetch for 1 land. Mirrex can technically get us the land we need, but for the fact that on a turn that comes play, it's basically a City of Brass that doesn't deal damage to us. And then for the Fountainport, well, we can always just create treasures with it. So yeah, I think this deck should be able to work. Well, let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Mouser Jr. I wonder if our opponent's going to play a mouse deck. Alright, we get to go first. So I think it's fine. We'll cliff, see what we need to do. Maybe we'll just remove everything. White. Okay. So not going to remove everything right away. In fact, do I just hold up Magda here? Will he be able to kill Magda with 2 mana? He might. I mean, I'm going to do it because I got nothing else to do, but he might be able to kill Magda, right? Will he have an island? Will he have a get lost? Black. Oh, okay. Deep Cavern Bat. Good luck. Oh, that's a terrible play. Okay. You got it. So we will Jagged Barren you. Take 1. You get 1 treasure. I'll even attack because I can't block. We gotta go for the throw. We can do it whenever. Amalia. You got it. Alright, I don't want him to do this, so I'll take the 3. Kill that. Take 1 from the bats. Ooh, that's a lot of mana. Oh man. So do we Jagged Barren here and get an extra mana? Well, of course we do, right? Then we attack some more. He sees the all will. How did he see all my double all will be on? Didn't I draw this? No, I drew the flick. Zoraline. Zoraline's scary. Jesus. Alright, this is a lot of treasure for me. Pass to attacker. Go to my turn. Only if it's corrupted, right? He's not corrupted right now, so he doesn't really get there. I don't really get any counters here. So is that worth it? Let's just sack these for creatures. How much damage is that? 4? I don't see why not. I can leverage just the damage I have right now. Okay, I can also disfigure. He knows I have a disfigure, but will he do it? Vigilance. He takes the damage. Kill your Zoraline. Give me another tap treasure. I have so much treasure here. Wow, okay, GG. You got crimed. Alright, our opponent is Mr. Nasta. Please don't be Nasta. Ooh, look at those lands. Double Blast Zone. I get to demand some answers. And I can anoint with Affliction. It's not great, but I got 2 removals, so I'm gonna keep. And the demand answer is a card draw. It's just not a very good card draw. Red. Oh, you don't say. Swift Sphere. Even more annoying. I don't think Flick a Coin will ever get there against this deck, so maybe I just drop it to the demand answer. Okay. Yeah. I take 6, I'm down to 13. I don't know, man. It's just like opponent goes first makes the game impossible to play. He has a squee? Huh. Well, get got, loser. Down to 11. I could use a Mirrex, to be fair. I have 1 mana of any color. Let's add black. Scar a card, please. Oh, there's a shock. Shocking. No, he doesn't pump, right? There's a rage. Kill it. Oh, there's more stick. I wonder what you're gonna do. You want to give a +2/+2 and get a... what's that thing called again? A samurai token? Whatever it's called. Hey, Obby. Can't play Obby. That's sad. Well, I have a Blast Zone up, I guess. If he drops a 1-drop. I demand some answers. Gonna shock me? Lightning Strike? This deck might have Lightning Strike, to be fair. Oh, God. Okay, now I can play Obby. I can also play Magda. No, rather not. So Obby is flying and trample. You can Lightning Strike Obby as soon as you come into play. But if he doesn't do it, I'm gonna get my mills a card from him. Obby is a bigger, and I get to look at a card, which should well just go away. Disfigure. Yeah, will just go away. Does he have two shocks in his hand? If I had to trade Ob, I would do it. I mean, you wanna draw a card that badly? 4 lands. Yay. Let's go to my turn. Mirrex. I can use a Mirrex. Add a red. This way, sure. Tap my Blast Zone. We put a Magda out. I get a treasure. You lose 1, and I get to look at it with Ob. Shock the Magda. Oh, well, I mean, I already got the treasure, right? So... do I care about this? It's not like I like it, but it happened. I'll live with it. Ob's getting bigger. We demand answers. So, What was this exile from? Until your next end step, I may cast it. I cast it now? That means I can't flick a coin, right? I still think I cast it now, though. It's not too bad. Demand some answers here. See, I gotta go for the throw. Do I attack for 6? Puts him on a clock. So this will put him on 7, or no, this puts him to 12, right? 11. This goes to 7, which isn't much. Look, that's all he's gonna do. GG. Ah, you mono red got exiled. Alright, our opponent is Raigers. They go first. We got removal for days, but they do go first. Oh, the same deck? Maybe same deck? I thought we were gonna have removal for days, but if they don't have anything for us to remove, definitely won't help. Fable into a swamp. Okay. They're gonna bat us? No. They play nothing, so I'm gonna play nothing. Then I'm gonna demand some answers from them. Yeah, I feel like it's the same deck, right? So I have to do it this way. If I make him discard a card, this feels like the reanimating deck, so Tiny Bones is helping him more than it helps me. Does he have a counterspell? Let's get our tap land out of the way. You can kill our Magda, right? That's fine. Oh boy, yeah, it's that same deck again. I think once the shufflers find your deck's weakness, they will keep matching up against it. I don't know why, it just has that. I've had that feeling forever now. Somehow, it's always the deck that, like, I play a reanimating deck, our opponent's doing graveyard hate. I'm playing this deck that mills our opponent does reanimating with our mill strategy. So, very annoying. We do a flick a coin at him. He doesn't have much in his graveyard, but he can have a lot very quickly. So I think I'll do this. No, flick a coin at him. I mean, I don't really have much to reanimate from his graveyard anyways. Oh boy. Alright, well, I guess we have a Mirrex. We can at least Mirrex him. There's a Falage. And he's got his Squirmy Emergence. So, let me remember, what does that deck actually have in the way of enchantment removal? They got a bounce spell. They have... Do they have enough to bounce? I mean, they have a bounce spell, right? They can definitely bounce the stuff that we have, but I feel like I gotta play it. If they bounce, that's 2 mana off his turn, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. I feel like he's got nothing, which, I mean, makes me happy. Thanks for the Attractor. Here's Obby. Do I want more demand answers? I don't even know. Another Virtue? Get another Virtue here. Demand answers. Let's get a Mirrex. Alright. I don't want to give him more cards in his graveyard though, so maybe I'll just hold back. Another Mirrex is fine. Let's end turn, and I had to discard how many cards? 2 cards. I'll pitch a land, and I pitch a Tiny Bone. I don't need 2 Tiny Bones, it's not doing anything for me. He's probably gonna kill the Atraxa. Bloomburrow to bring back 3 lands. Scary. Alright, let's flick a coin at him. Oh, just quit. Fun. I didn't even do none. Alright, our opponent is the Magic Geek. I thought I was a Magic Geek. I mean, if you're playing red, you're not a Magic Geek. You are an annoying player. Oh, look at this. Nice lance. Alright, great hand. Nice lance. Got a mulligan. Wow. I mean, that's just mean. What do I do? Tiny Bones? Or do I try to go for the throw and hope? Oh man, this feels bad. Alright, we'll put away a Tiny Bones. I don't need 2, so this feels dumb. Dumb as heck. Alright, we'll Blast Zone. Why not? Blast Zone turn 1. They'll never see it coming. There's a mountain, so don't even think I get to destroy anything on his side. Ah, vent. Okay, so I got saved by the top deck for now. But he can still go wide on me and kill me. There's a slick shot, so he's gonna have a big slick shot on me. Yeah. That's 4 damage. That's no joke. I could demand some answers, but I don't think I have a chance to. But it doesn't mean that I hold back the demand answers to toss a card. Do I hold back the Mirrex? That's the question, right? For red next turn. Yeah, I think I'll die if I don't. I mean, Tiny Bones doesn't really do much. Make him discard a card. That's not the end of the world, especially not for our opponent. Mono red, Magic Geek, more like a Magic loser. I guess I can toss Tiny Bones. Nothing else. Tiny Bones is a pretty good card with Magda and Op, so I don't want to toss it. Bang Splitter. Dremel. Any more? No, damn it. I thought I could trick him with more. Alright, go away, draws a card. How good of him. Go for the throw. See? Yeah, it was a right idea to keep this red. So that we can demand some answers. I don't need more lands. And as soon as I did that, I might regret it. Well, that's fine. Those are fine cards. Go for the throw for anything that does not require sack damage. Anoint, that does sack damage, like the Scamp or the Rat. Mouse, whatever. Hero dude. Everhard Challenger. I can kill it in response. So he doesn't get anything. He might get a 2/2 from this, right? Unless I exile it. He's got 2 mana. I'm at 16. Yeah, let's take cards away from him. Bang Splitter into nothing, huh? Well, now I'm on the same problem as before, because I don't have extra mana for the things I want to do, so guess I'll have to do it this way. Face down card. Can you flip it face up? Not yet, huh? I can kill it. Alright, it's Ward 2. It's gone. Yay. Alright, now Tiny Bone can do stuff. Because that's his last card, make him discard it. Now it's a top deck war. Alright, it's a pump spell. Time for a Mirrex token. Time to attack for 1. Time for another Mirrex token. One plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is enough for lethal. So he's on 3 already. Only drawing lands, huh? I know that feeling. This is gonna put him to 6. One more turn and he's dead. Maggie. Alright, well, let's put out the Maggie. I think I can tap the Blast Zone. Also, I get a treasure this way, because, Tiny Bones. Tiny Bone did her thing. It's thing. His thing. I don't know. The point is, Tiny Bone did a thing. You know a card? Yeah. See, you would have top deck a land. You're welcome. Alright, how scary is a slick shot here? He even has it. That's real annoying. Well, he has to play something into it, right? Otherwise I'll just take 2. Otherwise I'll just take 3. It's not the end of the world. I don't die from taking 3. I die from if it's any bigger. Monster's Rage. Well, your monster is dead. Good game. No. I'm gonna demand some answers. Alright, he's down to 9 toxic. Let's shoot him for another treasure. Should I do this? Tap the Blast Zone. I'm not gonna be able to Mirrex, right? Tap a Mirrex. Tap this red. Actually, no. Tap this red. Flick a coin at you. It doesn't mean much, but I get to do this. So now I have a flying blocker. He's got 1 draw, and I have a flying blocker. GG. Alright, our opponent is Hawk. I don't think Jinkataxis is a Hawk. So, Cliff, Baron, Vents. Could it demand some answers? Could it demand some answers about our hand? Hopeless Nightmare. Alright, well, guess we'll discard the Vents, or the Baron. Do I hold up Disfigure? You make a creature, it bounces the Hopeless Nightmare? Don't think so, right? Go for the throw. Huh. 2 black mana. Oh. Well, if that's the case, we can drop our demand answers. I don't think we need to demand any more answers from our opponent. It's a discard deck. Liliana.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things. I'm tired of your secrets.
We're gonna discard pretty much everything here, I think. So I'll disfigure the Nezumi. And the next turn I'll have to discard the cliff anyways. Do I? It's gonna go down to 2 cards, right? Do I care about a 1/1 here? Or is Disfigure just a discard fodder? It might be. I mean, I'm not getting any good cards here. Another Disfigure. That's great. That's what I wanted. He's gonna plus on more. Drop his last card. Wait, what?
Don't
It was a cut down. No, I killed this. You can sack his Nightmare for the last card. I decline. Makes him think I want the card.
I really don't have time for you.
Hope the throw is a pretty good card, but if he keeps it at the top, I think we're just out. I want to win first with a bunch of discard cards. Talent. Alright.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Disfigure. I mean, this is kind of slowly killing Liliana, right? Drop the Disfigure, I get Tiny Bones. That's not useful.
You know, I think you look better as a corpse.
But he doesn't know that. Level 3, alright. He didn't use his Liliana. That's interesting. He gets to draw 2 cards. Probably another Liliana in his hand, to be honest. But he doesn't get a draw.
That's my cue to leave.
Right? That's weird. Hopeless Nightmare. We'll discard. Go for the throw, probably. We're at 8. He's only got 1 card. It's just gonna give me a treasure. I don't think it's worth it. Now 2 to the bottom. Another Informant. Down to 6. Flick is pretty cool. It's basically a draw and a removal. 2 in 1. Not gonna let him draw extra cards, so this is where it gets tricky. Kill your Informant. I still draw a card. Plays his Mirrex. Alright, so this is gonna give me more treasure. Let's go for the attack first. Maybe it does something. Mill you for 1. Oh, a bat. Okay, we stop a bat from happening. He's probably gonna Mirrex here. Yeah. Not gonna give him extra card. He's gonna get there anyways with this. What's his last card here? Sack a non-token creature. And killed this. He still has the Nezumi something, right? Still gotta do it. The treasures aren't useful anymore. Demand Answer is definitely useful. So, do I want to use the Mirrex? I might, right? Sack treasure. I draw 2. And now the Bandit's Talon does not deal any damage to me. Although the cards I drew were really, really bad. Let's go to main phase. I can all be here. Do I all be here? Puts him on a better clock, right? Ah! No bitter triumph for you. I could have played a land here. Don't think he's gonna block. Go for the throw. Can't use that. Deep Cavern Bat. Ugh. Alright. He still won't attack me, so I will have to take the damage here. There's no card draw here. Yes. Coin. Okay. Hold it in my hand for now, I think. Take 1, I get an extra card draw. Magda. Magda's pretty useful here. Also gives me a treasure every time I crime. Right? Yes. I want to put the Blazon on too, to be honest, but having this might help. Oh, you're just gonna quit? You coward? All that discard, and you're just still gonna quit? So one obby is gonna lock you with a whole deck out. Alright, our opponent is Short. That is our opponent. He's got names. We got Ob. Did he go first? Tiny Bone. I have like a little bit of removal, right? Maybe. I don't know. Not a great hand, but they're blue, so well, they're no longer blue. They're a Spyglass Siren deck. Interesting. So I don't really need a Tiny Bone to join up right now. I think it's more important to have Disfigure against this kind of deck. He's gonna use his map. Taps a blue. Weirdly. Alright. No map for you. So we can drop a Tiny Bone to demand answers. Is he gonna counter my demand answers? He might, alright. No counter there. Actually didn't play anything there, so let's shoot him for 1. Will demand more answers? I don't know. It's probably a deck full of counter spells. I would imagine, right? Is discard 1 Lily, or do we discard another Tiny Bone? I don't know. Feel like he might have a counter spell at this point. No. Well, that's real bad. So What do I play here? I play Liliana, gets her countered. No, I don't. I'll wait for the flick. Okay, let's put a stop here. I'll wait for the flick. Anoint, still not a land. Okay. More like annoying. What is this trash? 3 lands. Shieldred? Alright. Shieldred's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Still not a land. Alright, guess I'll have to do it this way. I still get a treasure, right? But I don't need to do it that way, to be fair.
Something suspicious is going on. I've always hated crowds.
I'm only playing on 3 lands, but oh, yes, bat me. By all means, bat me. Take anything you want. I'll go for the throw. You don't say. Alright, do we Magna first? Magna? Do we discard first? Do we discard the Obby? Maybe we Tiny Bones first, right? Either way is discarding a card, so let's Tiny Bones first. He lets this out. Alright, there's a cut down gone. Drop a Virtue.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Yeah, we'll drop a Virtue, right? Virtue's pretty good though. Maybe we drop an Anoint. Don't think Exile's doing much against this opponent. He's gonna counter this. No. Let me get another treasure. I Tiny Bones you. Go for my throat here. Yeah. If I can't get lands out the easy way, I'll get it out the hard way. So what can he get here? A counterspell? Counterspell is pretty annoying. If I just killed the bat, then you can't do anything. So disfigure your bat. And whatever he draws, he's definitely gonna play. Right? I would imagine he'd play it. Okay. I'll be B. Please give me a land. It's been like 5,000 years. I've drawn 20 cards and only 3 lands. Please, RBB. Be nice. I mean, you took a land from our opponent. Can I get a land? No. Still no. Alright, well. I'm gonna discard my own cards. Make some Mirrex.
You won't be outsmarting me.
He gets a removal? What do I do? Yeah, I don't think so, right? This feels so bad. 3 lands after all this? There's another land. That is definitely is happening here. Do we Demo Field the Mirrex? Give myself a swamp. I virtue one of these. Makes another one. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get there with this. So sack creature.
Sacrifices must be made.
No attacks. He keeps the card in his hand. That's interesting. I can make him discard it. Phantom Interference.
Don't overthink things.
Alright. I have the demo field, right? Do it in response. Kill his other Mirrex. Take action, get a red. Why not? Is it all gonna come in towards Lily? I mean, I fly. So, block one. Nothing else? We'll kill this 2-2. There's not much. Lily's gonna go down to 1.
Oh, I really don't have time for you.
Discard again. Tidebinder. Alright. Tidebinder on the Liliana. I'm getting land, so it's okay. Surveil. Tosses that. I think he might want that. This is a tempo deck, but they're not really getting the tempo, right? If I attack any blocks, what do I get out of this? Well, I can't use Liliana at all, so... What does he have? Bats and Shieldred. Bats and Shieldred is pretty good for me. Good luck. He's got one card, maybe it's a Tidebinder again. He's letting this go. Alright, Shieldred is pretty good, right? If I bat him, how useful is that? What do I have in my graveyard? Magda! It's card draw. Another Tidebinder? That's really annoying here, huh? Well, he doesn't. He stops it for half a turn, right? I still draw a card for my turn. That's just a trap. Okay. So I can sack a fish to draw a card here. Guess I'll have to. What if I draw a land? Nothing to stop Liliana from dying. What can I draw here that matters? If they all go into attack, right? It doesn't actually kill what I have. So I guess I'll just do it again. Alright, this is a card draw. I forgot with the op. Okay, he got a Mirrex. Third Mirrex in a row. Well, not in a row, but third Mirrex. GG. Alright, he got locked out anyways. I forgot Jagged Barrens gives me a draw. Alright, our opponent is Wolf. Probably mono red. Opponent goes first, yeah. Here we go. Alright, we got 2 go for the throw and a virtue. Even against mono red, we might be able to stand a chance. Yeah, they do go first though, so that chance is not going to last very long. And it really depends on how I play it out, so we will have to play smart. Oh, it's that. This is as red as you get. Here comes an island. Nah. Oh, browser. It's stuck. That's fun. Nice bug. I think he went first, so he's in the game already. Let's say hi. Right? Yeah, because if I go first, then he might still be mulliganing. Let's see what's going on. If I can get a Disfigure here on turn 1, that would be... yeah, Monastery Sphere, turn 1. Nice. I don't even get to play around it. Never go for the throw. Well, we got a lot of removal. How many creatures does he have? Well, so far 2. Is he gonna Wicked Roll it? Wicked Roll is Swiftspear. Wicked Roll is Charming Scoundrel. Wicked Roll on a Scoundrel. So do I Virtue the Scoundrel right now? Do I Virtue the Swiftspear? I don't know. Like, I could catch him off guard here. Is this even worth it to try to catch him off guard? I mean, I have a lot of go for the throws, right? So there's no reason to be hasty. I'll always have targets for Virtue. Flip a coin. It looks interesting because I get to draw a card here, but it doesn't kill anything he has on board. Unless he makes the hero. And even then, I don't know if I want to flick a coin on a hero. Definitely ropes. I mean, I still have the view browser, so it's bugged out. Plays the Foundry. I don't have blockers, so what's he thinking? Hasn't got the damage yet. Don't think he's gonna pump here, right? So kill the Scoundrel. He pumps the Swiftspear. Yeah. Oh, what happened to my lands? Shock my face. Yeah. We'll go to 14. We'll go to 13 after this dies. Man, if I can draw this figure here, it'll be great. He still have more pumps. One time I need this figure, I probably won't draw it. That's the sad part about Magic is you never draw the card you need at the time you need it, but it's in your deck, and it will show up next time when you don't need it. It's gonna plot, right? No, not even a plot. It's probably a lightning strike he's holding up. I have no life gain other than a Virtue. It's not a lot of life gain either. Foundry's coming in. Can't kill the Foundry. Shock. Well, I can kill this. Now I'm not getting a target for the Virtue, right? That's the sad part. Okay, this can block. Kind of needed to block now. No. Obliterating Bolt. Sure. That saves me a turn. Demand answers. Players can't gain life, and then I'll have to take... Jesus Christ, so how much is this? Each non-basic land, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 damage. Yeah. Comes in, deals 4 damage. I'm at 3. I kill this. And also demand answers. Scar card. Do I want to demand answers here, or do I just draw a card? I get more ways to draw next turn, right? 2 demand answers. And an OBB. Well, I kind of just died to the Foundry here. But the links, yeah, this is gonna get me. kind of block with the vents. But then he got buff spells, right? Still gonna do it. Interesting. Severlating Strike. Obliterating Bolt. Okay. Tap to add red. Let's demand answers. Those are not the answers I wanted to demand. It's got one card left? Oh, you don't say. Discard it. Discard it right now. Hired Claw. Alright. I'm still not in the clear here, but let's get Maggie up. Swiss Sphere? I can block a Swiss Sphere. Cool. So let's tap the Demo Field. Alright, and then we will RBB. Oh, come on, you loser. Your mono red plan didn't work out. You even had the links on me. Jeez, some people have no heart. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how does this feel? I have to say, I'm still pretty proud of these decks that I tried to construct myself without net decking at all. Not to say that I come up with the idea, but I did come up with this whole deck list. And yeah, we got a lot of wins. We fought against mono red pretty well. We fought against controls and counter spells pretty well. And I never even got to do the combo this time. Last time I tried to play this deck, I comboed pretty often because the meta was pretty slow, and this deck still had the artifact sacking abilities that was great. Those are all rotated out, right? So now we have to use the Ob by himself. But Ob did solo. OBB did solo us to help us solo our opponent in several games, and he's a really good card. You know, it's not just an infinite combo engine. By himself, he is a lot of value, and he is a big damage beast stick. It's flying and trample. Flample is always very good. And Magda. Magda also helped us solo a few games. Magda just is insane because everything else we have triggers crime, so that this, whenever we have treasure, oh, those are 4/4 dragons. That's not easy to fight off. And yeah, this deck, it's pretty fun. It's definitely different from what everybody else is running, which is what I usually like with my own strategy. And this deck definitely kills most decks. And if you ever fight a slower deck that doesn't have counterspells and they're just trying to grind you out, well, we have the finisher in the Infinite Nixilis All Will Be One combo as well. So yeah, I like this deck. It's very fun, but once again, if you like what you see here, right, try it out for yourself and let me know how it goes. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.